Hey everybody, Jason here with Brett's Brick Builds. This episode we have the Lego Speed Champions kit number 77244, Mercedes-AMG PETRONAS F1 Team W15E Performance. 267 listed pieces. It's a bit of a mouthful there in the description. From the Formula One F1 collection, we got the AGM PETRONAS Formula One Team official Mercedes sponsor there. So, let's go ahead and hop right in here. Seat here with my knife. Go ahead. If you're saying to yourself, haven't you built this one before? No, we haven't. But I understand the confusion because I had to actually go back and look at my own stuff and see. It just happens that there was I believe there was a Technique version of this car. And then there was like another kit that there was the F1 car and then like a TT type car, I guess. So we will go ahead, hop in here, complete new build, and go ahead and open our box up. Got a bag 3. Or 3. Bag 6. Bag 5. A lot of black pieces in this kit. Got a bag 1. Got our standard chassis piece. And of course, as to be expected, big old decal sheet. Set that aside over there. Got our instruction booklet. Bag 2. And a bag 4. So we'll set 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the side. Box is empty. So we will set it over here rather precariously, so you may hear it fall later on in the build, and you know what that noise was. The bag's open here. I haven't opened the book yet, but I'm making an assumption. 1 and 2 are going to be pretty close within each other. Or I could be wrong. We'll find out here. Just a second. Here we go with the instructions. Go just some kind of facts about the car. Yes, bags 1 and 2 and the chassis. So first thing we will do, go ahead and get our driver put together here. One face print, hair, and we should have a wrench / spanner. Go, and let's get him on the displayer. Take a look. Pretty clean cut looking fella. He's got the Mercedes logo there on his suit. Back we've just got a tiny print around the shoulders there. No printing on the legs. And let's real quickly, as is tradition, pop his helmet on. There we go. Helmet has a red face shield in it. Now these type of helmets you can't take them, it's all one piece. It's not where you can take the face shield up or raise it or anything. It does have the pre-printed Mercedes logo on the helmet. I'm a fan of that. Glad that's not a sticker. And then we've got the rear of the helmet there. Let's go ahead and set our driver aside. And let's get working on his race a car. All right. Again, these are all pretty similar to it. They're not exactly the same, but they are fairly similar. So here, these two guys. This is looking awfully similar to the Ferrari build we did last. Always pretty much the same, yet just a little bit different. Tell you, I was looking today, some of the new Lego City kits I'm going to be buying. I'm going to be responsible with my money on several of those kits, I do believe. Snow plow and what else was there? There were quite a few new kits that they had. But I remember the snow plow was one I was definitely remembering. Hopefully a nice fun build. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Really stacking the rear going outward there. We've got a couple of these guys. A lot of teals in it, black and teal. And some of the white half stud letters, or half stud items going down there. I know there's going to be something to hold this together because that's a little wonky right there. So we'll see what they come up with on some of this. And I ate before I started building because my stomach was growling, and now that I've eaten, my stomach is growling again. Because I can't win when it comes to the timing of a meal. The amount of me we're gonna hear. So black one. I wonder why they didn't just do a 1x4 there. That's interesting. That definitely secured everything much better than it was. Thought I turned over 2 pages at once there. I did not. Here we go with our standard. This is on all of them. All of them have a variation of this on the cars. See, we're only going to be doing one, but I know we're going to eventually need another one. Here we go. Collar guy. Together. Almost launched her. Going to these guys. Say that's going to go flush. At least that's what I'm thinking, so I'm going to get it flush. And up through there. this side. Okay. Here we are again. Another of these half-rounded piece. And then we have that's a little flexy there. I didn't want to go pushing on that before it was where it should have been. That was a bit of work for that. Usually they're not that involved with getting the getting that level of structure to that little, I don't know if they're supposed to be like suspension or just where they can bottom out and not hit anything, or but either way, got around there. I'm gonna do this twice. On both sides. These guys on both sides. On there and push together. Excellent. Teal brick. Colors seem to be a little more on this one. That Ferrari build. Some of them colors were a little questionable in the instructions. So what are we doing here? Okay, sub-assembly. Here. Okay. 1x3 with the rounded ends and the stud straight through it. There we go. Green 1x2 with the center stud. Teal right at the front there. Alright, so I got the steering wheel. These guys. So I think I'm going to put that on in its position. And I'll get the other stud centered up. I think we're good now. can recognize this. This is going to be the start of the front suspension, because that's going to be our front end. Showing us 2 of these and 2 of these. One goes there, one goes across the bottom, goes there, and this one goes right to there. Okay, so now we've got, brace yourselves, we've got our first couple of decals. There, that one was just a little floppy. Our tweezers, precision tweezers. Use our separator to hold this while I put the decal on. 14 is the same on both. AMG decal. Black on black decal. So it's going to go this way. It's on the other side. Both of them decaled, and there's going to go on this side, so it reads the right way, and this one's going over here. Okay. Center, we know that's where the halo, center of the halo is most likely going to anchor to. And then we have, I think I can just do it with slide spares over to there, and then we have number 26 right there. Petronas. That's pretty well centered for my person of my decal application skills. So, I was correct. Now we are in bags 3 and 4. Primarily a lot of black pieces and a few highlighting reds and greens, it looks like. Bag 4 there. And bag 3. Okay. Both bags empty. All right. We've got these kind of bread loaf shaped pieces, or we should. Oh boy. know you're watching at home just screaming at me where it's at, and I wish I could hear you. All right, there's one of them. There should be another one. There. The other side one's going to go there. Okay. 4 1x4s with centered studs. They're going all along this gray 2x4. These guys at the back, they are going to go like that. One, 2 center stud, and then we have some printed pieces. I believe that's the AMG Mercedes thing or something. Either way, pre-printed, in position as shown. Never been to a Formula One race. Don't know. I know like they have the big race in Vegas, and I know there's a lot of mixed feelings on that as far as is it worth messing up the entire city for weeks at a time for one weekend of racing and then more weeks of taking everything back apart. Should be. There it is. That was the third one. I couldn't find it. These are all going to go in close vicinity of each other. Back. Just push down. Sometimes it's a little hard with the black on black to see that everything was lined up or going together right. That's pretty well perfectly. I'm gonna say perfectly centered. That's pretty well centered. Okay. We got this guy. Both going like that, and they get this hook piece that's going to hold them on. There should be another one. There it is. Same deal with the gripper. There it is. Couldn't find it for a second. Found it. On there. Okay, set that aside. Now we have one of these and one of these. I'm going to do like I did the other day. I'm going to put the decal on first so it gives me a little more room to work. Sometimes getting stuff on there with the grown-up size fingers is not always easy. perfect, but pretty good. Okay. And then we're going to do the same again. Is this. I'm not sure what those are showing because it's like upside down on the one side because it's same decal twice. All right. Couple more of the 1x1s with the centered stud. And we have a couple more of what I call them the gold brick pieces. I'm not sure what they really were. No matter what color, I mean, they're obviously black in color, but the what would you say, the piece that they're going on to is it's two of the wrong ones. Let's see if we got a third. There we go. Well, that's why I'm gonna put the decal on before I put it onto the piece, so I got some room. I was wondering how they numbered the stickers when they don't go on in the order that they're a number of. I wonder what the thought process is behind that. Number 2. Snapdragon. Bit of indecision there on how I was gonna put that one on there. Kind of straight. Kind of straight. Okay. A lot of work in those rear wings. A lot of stuff going on there. Okay, so we're kind of the same. Okay, now we got, I'm guessing we'll be on the decal on the other side here, so it's going to be number 4. Yes, number 4. I feel like I'm building off the table. I think I was so much just building off the table as I was just didn't have myself positioned as much as I thought I had. This one goes on here. Now we've got number 2 again. 2 of the same decal. Boy, that Petronas, that one is very crooked on that. Not real pleased about that. Go on. We have these there. We have one of the 2/3 tall bricks. Straighten up there. Straighten again from the bottom. So around here. Line all that up and get that put on there. Okay. Kind of a pattern we've seen before of locking pieces together. Okay, so we have Ineos decal. We'll put this one on first. So this goes always one of those no pressure deals. Maybe just a touch off to the right, but for us, that's going to be good enough. Come here with the big Petronas decal. Same situation here. Not bad, not bad. There we go. Take some silence there. It took a lot of concentration to get that done. Okay, what do we have here? Got this guy. And this guy. That. Back there, got the wing on. I don't know if it's a brace or the exhaust coming up the top. Or there it is. It's starting to give me a little bit of, I couldn't apply pressure where I needed to. Or it's going to send the rear spoiler flying if I should push any more on the position that I had it in. they're squared up. They're both going to go out here. Right. There. So this is going to be all the front assembly. And if you thought the rear wing had a lot of action going on as far as building, oh boy, we got even more here. A half round. Those two guys. We have another one of the Mercedes logo. Gonna go right at the front. First, I'm gonna put the two of the bricks in place. There should be another. Round. There it is. And then black pieces on black pieces are hard to see. That one's nicely on center. That Ferrari one I built. The Ferrari emblem right on the front of the nose was a little off center, and it was a pre-print, so it's not like it's my fault. Drop it, that's standard. We gotta drop it first. On this one, I am going to again put that on the displayer so I got something to hold on to it well. So I put this decal on. Same on the other side, on the opposite. And there. Pull that off because I worried it was off. It was actually pretty much dead on. Can't win. Okay. We are here to we got? We've got one of these, one of the greens, black 1x1, angled piece, and then one of these. So here, and then on the back, black. Oh, that's the race control one. So one of these. Go. That. There. Then there is a coming from the back. Let's go ahead and get the decal number 28 on there. Heard the sound of the chirp of a car alarm being turned off. That's one of them people in my neighborhood. They have a, well, first they've got the, they still have the chirp part set on their alarm. And then they also, did you ever hear your neighbors leave and you know that there's only like 2 people and it's a 4-door car and somehow there's still like 8, you know, 8 doors get shut, opened and closed somehow? There we go again. Gotta hit the alarm again. One of these. Okay. So we're doing the same on the opposite. Here we're looking for, there it is, number 24. There it is. I don't want to struggle with that like I did, but I did. So here we go. These 2 guys. Here, and this one gets decal number 22. It's right there. That one's stuck on. Decals E. Well, the lineup, not great. Not great. The other one. Go. Marginally lined up. This on in here. That push through. this will be the mount, whoops, mount for the little fendery things. That axle is not the piece I just popped off again. Okay. We're doing two of these, one of each of these, and two of these. Okay, so the first one, side here. That goes there. So I mean, so for this one, we're doing, this one goes this way. And then that pops on there. There it is. Okay. And then that's going to go. How are we doing this Lego? There's something back up there. No. There, something. See, I see now. Wasn't seeing how that was happening. Now I see. Tell you what, I wish we'd do something to secure those a little better. I'm tired of putting them back on. Okay. Spares. Now bags 5 and 6. Bags 5 and 6. Pop bag 5 open quickly. There we go. And then bag 6. One piece in there still. Set the wheels aside there so we don't send those off to the floor at some point or anything. We have this guy. He gets the gray piece, and that's going to flip upside down. It's going to go on there. Okay. I have kind of an assembly. Looks like we're going to run down to one side of the car here, and then we'll come back and we'll hit the other side. See if I can find the piece that I need. There it is. Okay. That's just in there. That's a spoon. Oh, it's a microphone. Microphone. It's gonna go here. Okay, it's going there. Now it's on there. All righty. A lot of detail there for. Now we have another sub-assembly. 1x3 flat, and a 1x2, 1x1, and one of the black studs with the thing out the side. Still growling. And then there we are. Okay. Way up there? Yes. Okay. Righty. Now we have a piece with a decal. That is number 20. On there pretty well. Throw this sticker. Another one of these quarter missile-y guys. Well, should have. Oh, wait a minute, Lego, you're telling me that, and then 2 decals. I'm going to do the decals before I put them, because I ain't going to be able to get my big mitts in there. Okay. $13 is on the top there, you're telling me. Okay. And then 12. There we go. I feel a little better about that now. That's better. Not perfect, but better. Okay, now we got another assembly for the, gonna be, I guess, I'm assuming like the front of the wing spot there. A couple of 1x1s. A couple of these tooth pieces, or whatever their correct name may be. One of the radius pieces, and then a 2x2, the 2x2. These guys both go on top of each other. This goes on top of that. Then this goes out here this way. This goes back like that, and then this goes up there. Okay, let's do a table. It's all pressed even. We've got decal number 8. Way down too far to the bottom. All right. Oh, now we're back to the other side. Not back to the other side, now we're on to the other side. On there. That one flips over. Goes on right there. We're essentially doing the opposite hand. Excellent. It actually seems like it takes, I guess it's just in my head, but it seems like it takes longer on the second side when you start doing like left and the right. Another 1x2 with the, there it is. Make sure the hook is going the right way. Okay. Those guys, one of these guys, one, another. Flat, there it is. Okay. Sometimes it feels like it takes longer to get the pieces out than to get it together. You gotta search them down. Gotta get everything lined up at once there. It's being a shad bit difficult. There it went. And it pressed pretty hard on a kind of a delicate part there, and I just saw everything flying apart when I tried it. Thankfully, that did not happen. Looking at the other side to kind of give myself some replacement reference. There we are. We're doing our missily shaped piece. And then we have these two decals again here. Again, look at that other side. Never be afraid to reference the other side, kids. You're building something that's mirror image. Another tip, if you ever do the brakes on your own car, only pull apart one side at a time. Lines up pretty good. I think they're a little more forward than the ones on the other side, but that's okay. It's just Lego. Use your imagination. Imagine it's all in the right place. Okay, so same on the opposite hand here. Two of these guys. The other tooth. 1x2 with the rounded ends. There we go. One thing I don't like about the 1x1 brick, you always have to mess with. I mean, it certainly serves its purpose, but you have to mess with getting it, you know, put up in the right position and everything, you know, get everything all lined up, because they are only the one stud, so there's nothing to like gauge them off of to make them line up. So number 6. We got number 6 in place. A little bit of finding its home. Here. I think that's going to be our pivot point for our halo. We'll find out. like stickers, I'm telling you, kids. Not my favorite color combo. That one on. On the other side. On. Get that one back off of there. Managed to put that one on a backwards. There's the end of it. Let's go from this way here. There we go. That was me rushing. Knife put away. Going on here. That guy's pre-printed. This guy. We got this one and this one and another one of those at the top, huh? Get that one lined up. And this one goes back. So it's the head, the intake, and and then we've got these two that are going to go on. One on each side. One on the other side. So we get that centered up. Relatively, reasonably, not bad. This is going to go here. It's like a telemetry thing, I think. Right there. Recenter that because chubby fingers moved it around a little bit. Moved it around a little bit. Okay. Oh, I see what we're doing. Okay. Inverse. So we're still using spoons as the rear view mirrors. Here. go. Just a little bit. Straighten these guys are going to go onto there. That one, and then the other one here. Go. Rosie, keeping track at home. My stomach is still growling like crazy. So. Now. This, see if we can our decal matches up with our studs and turns it into like stripes. All righty. Do our halo again. I know this works every time, but there's something very wrong in the feeling of bending that piece over to pop into place over here. I just feel like they're going to snap or they're not going to quite bend in the middle. That one turned out pretty all right. On there. Last two decals. And they're both the same. Okay. Okay. And again. Go, last decal. My nemesis has been thwarted yet again. Notice I said thwarted, not defeated, because decals always come back on me. Okay. One. Two. They both go on there. And there. Now we have our standard wheel assembly. I always find the rear ones a little more difficult to go together. Rears are on. Two fronts together. Then on there. ahead and pop our driver in there. So take his wrench, put the halo up for him. Okay. So here we go. Take top view. Most of the nose area there on this nose cone part's pre-printed, so that's nice. Got the side. There. Bottom is just structural. Nothing really to see. The rear. Looking head on it. And top, sides, and the rear there. Either way, pretty nice build there. So that was Lego kit number 77244, Lego Speed Champions Formula One kit from the AMG PETRONAS Formula One team, the Mercedes-AMG PETRONAS F1 team, W15 or W15 Performance or W15 Performance, depending, however you want to say it. I don't know enough about the racing to know where I'm wrong if I am saying it wrong. If you'd be so good as to hit us with a like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. Helps us out, helps you out, helps the channel out. We'll be back with probably another build or two of the Formula One series, and then hopefully it should be the time of year we can get into the new city sets, because that's still the ones we like to build the most here. We will be back with that build soon, and we will see you then.